Oh, we're
There
live.
we go. We are live.
Testies. Ooh, there's an ad. Asian bunny. Don't click that. Don't click that. Don't click that.
About a 5-second delay.
Insert radical guitar gift here. What?
That sucks.
Oh, I probably should unmute. This is a test.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Oh,
Hey
what
guys,
a great
it's a
screen.
new setup this week, or this month. So that's why we're a little bit late. We're a little bit hesitant. New tech.
Hello.
This is what you go to. Go tag everybody. Yes.
That's your job.
Oh no, people might get mad at me.
Anybody remember how to pop the chat out?
Yeah, you have to make sure that you are not an admin. So you click the little chat settings next to the chat button.
Oh, you're not
Just
an
non-mod.
admin?
Actually, no, they changed that. Looks like you can pop it out before then.
Hello.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Yep.
Oh.
It's in the settings.
Definitely got
Yeah.
vertigo.
I
There.
thought you had to be just a regular chat person to do it before, but I found it this time.
After dark.
So I should also be able to do this. Yeah, look at that. Thanks, Fug. Holy
Oh,
shiz,
nice.
we live.
Oh yeah, you have to manually pick his.
I
right?
can click on these things and make them pop.
Yeah, make it pop.
Pop, pop.
We have our peoples here. People.
Party people.
So I can actually close this chat.
I'm not singing.
Mental, you may not. Thank you very much.
Mental, have you seen Corey's hair lately? Corey's first time chatter. That looks not shady.
That's BCMX live.
_live.
We know those guys. Is that Rebecca Black?
No.
That's Rebecca Romaine.
That what's her name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, so that's Better
You would never
Completions map.
log into the wrong Twitch. That would never happen. Oh, Deathseer.
She had to be. I kind of bribed. Oh, I didn't bribe her.
You guys
I
can do a little
alluded to
first-person
something.
shoot off.
I told her if she didn't come, she was admitting defeat to me. No, there's brides though.
Not when it's a knife fight, Death.
Even use a plastic knife to get out of that. All right. Trying to think. Yeah, there's probably no chat bot.
Yeah, no, we don't have that chat bot. I don't think it's going to push through to it. What were you looking for?
Well, whenever you do the bit thing, it reads the comment. I think that only happened because I gave Fufu my setup for OBS, and we're not using OBS, so
Right. Yeah. At least this time we're not using OBS. We might figure it out for the next time, but
this is the
So
new
none of that-
generation bug. Don't worry about that.
yeah, none of that integration stuff is going.
Get with the times. Or
Speaking of
actually,
the
we'll go back in times.
Yeah.
Getting late.
Welcome everybody to Achievement Hunting 101. Oh, look, everyone
Feels
stopped
weird not
talking.
clapping.
See, that was awesome. You got a snap, you got a clap, and you got a crackle, and you got a pop. Welcome everybody to Achievement Hunting 101. This is level 284. We are live and totally on time. I am Big L. And with me, as always, we have someone who's about to drink a drink, Koshmos.
I would never drink a drink before talking. Aquaman. Yeah, hey.
If there's anyone here that looks like a Jason Momoa, it is, of course, Wild West 08.
What's going on, guys?
And if you're watching on the Twitch, the man above him, looking down on everyone as he always does, is Rocker Dude, aka Corey.
Right, the rocker has come around.
Oh
for
God.
Achievement Hunting 101.
Oh. Oh, you had the rock right there and you went to Becky Lynch. Why? Why?
Why not?
I don't like what you've
Oh.
become.
Yeah, it's something, all right.
He's a huge sports entertainment fanatic. A Seth. Yeah.
Sure.
Not only does he watch wrestling, he reads like dirt sheets and websites and forums.
I
And he
don't.
goes on Usenet and Kick. He goes on GeoCities websites. Yeah, he's hardcore.
Yeah, you got to keep up, and it's a fast moving world, the world of wrestling entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fug is mad at you.
I
He's
don't play
using
the games.
expletives.
I tried.
You should play the games.
You know
It's
what?
all about the games and how
I
you play
would
them.
play a wrestling narrative game, even a point and click, more than a real wrestling game.
Oh, like that Wrestle RPG thing that you played for 5 minutes and then never
No,
played again?
that was not that great. We need something better than that.
Wrestle Quest? What was
That
it
was
called?
definitely not one of my top threes of this year, for sure.
What was that called?
It's called WrestleQuest. You're right.
Okay, I had it. Okay, cool. That means Kronos has to play it. It has Quest in the title. Awesome. Now, I could see you were trying to question me, so here we go. Topic of the week. What are your top 3 favorite games played in 2023? And didn't have to come out this year, unless you're Corey and you demand certain things. It could be from any year. We want to hear what you enjoyed playing last year. All right. Well, Corey, since you are a guest, you can go first.
As I shall. Start with Chesno's response. Chesno definitely did not play games that came out in 2023, but he did play games in 2023, and those would be BlazBlue. That's how I'm saying it. Cross Tag Battle Special Edition.
Sounds right.
It's a fighting game. Who knew? He also picked RoboQuest, which that just came out, version 1.0, like a month or two ago. It is a roguelike game, and I've played a little bit of it, and it's good. You should play it too. Good pick. And his number 1 is Vampire Survivors, which is such a good game that it got him to change his whole opinion on a genre. I don't know which genre that would be. Auto Battler, because that was really like the first one, or at least the first big one that Xbox got that I recall. But all right,
It's first person
yep.
shooter.
Oh, okay. That's what changed his opinion.
Yeah.
Uh, Volker Latin, in no particular order, says Street Fighter 6, which I've heard good things. House Flipper, we all know how he loves flipping those houses, and Song Pop, which is a nice Jackbox alternative. I don't think I've really seen much of that one.
I remember playing that on the phone. No achievements, no Xbox. Before it was even on an Xbox, I think that was the thing on at least the iPhone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
probably.
fun.
Probably.
It's like it's actually called Song Pop Party,
Yeah.
and it looks like TA has it at 80 to 100 hours. Why?
Mm.
A lot of music.
I-
It's probably
I have
Freebird.
six-
That's why Freebird.
I have
Mostly.
six.
About
Oh,
40 to
is it-
50, but I guess it
oh,
went up
there's
a little.
achievements for playing 1,000 games and earning 1 million experience. So yeah, grindy
Well, it's a
party
good thing
game.
that he
Gotta love
likes it because he's going to be playing a lot of it. And then rounding off the patron responses for me is Mary Berry, and he picks Gotham Knights, which is fine game. Outer Wilds, I've heard good things, and Anthem. That one's a little surprising.
The Iron Man we have at home.
Yeah, it is for
Well,
sure.
I mean, if you get it for $1.
I mean,
guess you'd
if
charge
you're
it
talking about
50.
deals, that is a great deal. Now, I have 3 games, but my stipulation, as Elle said, is that they had to come out in 2023. I wrote this before Christmas, and so it's actually has changed a little bit. I calculated and I played over 60 games that came out in 2023 in some capacity. Obviously, there's some dives in there. But these are my top 3 games that came out last year that I played and that were my favorite. And the first one is Lil Gator Game. This is one of those cozy games. I talked very highly of A Short Hike a couple of years ago. This is in that vein. The art style is somewhat similar. It's a very bright game. It's all about just going and talking to people and doing little quests for them. And they happen to be your friends, and you get them all together, and you have like a little outdoor party. There's a very cutesy, heartfelt story within there, but it was super charming, and everybody should look into Lil Gator Game. I had to pick one AAA game because 2023 seemed to be the year of the AAA, and the one that got me was Hogwarts Legacy. Um, I think it's a shame that it was left out of a lot of conversations for whatever reasons, but it kept me enthralled throughout the time I was playing it. I didn't really put it down until I was done with it. As far as like the story goes, and I did not finish the collectible bit, but that aside, I thought it was the one of the most fun open world games that came out, and the magic combat has been done a lot in games, and I think it was the best version I've ever played in a game, and that was Hogwarts Legacy. Now, my third game I've talked about before, but I'm actually moving it down, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot right now, and that was SteamWorld Build. So it's getting an honorable mention. My new third favorite game for 2023, I'm saving for the game showcase. So you'll have to stick around and hear me talk about it then. So there we go.
So, as you were talking about Hogwarts, do you think that we lose those kind of sight of those games that come out earlier in the year? Do you think that's a negative that it comes out early?
As far as like game of the year discussion
Yeah,
goes,
those kind of
I,
discussions.
I
Yeah.
do think it is that does happen. Because the biggest games that I can recall, like talking about the Game Awards timeframe, they were all fairly recent. Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake 2, like those were new games. You didn't even hear much of Diablo, which I mean, take that for what it is. Like it was a good game for the year, but um, those are just juggernauts that like release at the very end of one year, early of the next year. And yeah, I think they get kind of left in the dust a bit. I think it was left out for different
Yeah.
reasons, but Yeah, for sure. I think that hurts it a lot.
Yeah, I
Especially
think
this year, right? This
Yeah.
year of all years is there's so many big games and so many cool games that came out. So like being early this year is like way worse than any other year, I think.
Okay, but when you make $1 billion, I don't think they care too much.
Yeah, your bank account's okay, but it's just
Yeah.
is Jeff Keighley gonna say my name? I don't know.
Exactly. So yeah, back to you, Hell.
All right. Well, thank you. While you were talking, I went on good old True Achievements and I sorted by release date. Do you want to guess how many games I started that came out in 2023?
Um,
I always used to like giving you trivia questions, Corey. But you all complained.
19.
Yeah, I'll go 10. I'll go.
Yeah. My thought was 10.
I think Corey is like hacking my computer. The answer is 19. He must have looked.
I did no looking. I don't
You
creep
did
on your
not.
profile. Well, actually, I take that back. I
That-
check your time played all the time when you talk about stuff.
I'm thinking you checked.
I didn't. I promise.
That's wild if you didn't. And yeah, it's mostly crap, shockingly. So from this list, I would pick Coffee Talk 2, A Building Full of Cats, and that's it.
Oh, we didn't say good games. We said favorite games. So
Oh,
that's fair.
Oh, those are the bestest games I played from this year. But I didn't play those majority. Yeah. You know, I was going to be boring and talk about Vampire Survivors also, mostly because I avoided it for so long and I sucked at it for so long, and then it got fun. But yeah, I still want to know what genre Chesna was talking about. It's much like Limbo. This game needs its own genre now, own genre tag.
I mean, Auto Battler, I think, is the genre to me. But TA needs
Is it?
some good amount of genre work.
Yeah. A couple of other games I enjoyed in 2023. I was looking at. It's funny because I was looking at Halo Infinite. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a 2023 game. No, played that. That came out in 21. I don't even know. But I did do a lot of the co-op in 2023, so I'm including it. Had a good time with my crew, my Prue crew, Fufu crew, and Mishu crew. Yeah, so honorable mention to any games I play with my crews on Tuesdays.
I was in that
you're my
crew for a bit.
You're my Tuesday crew. Wait a minute. Mondays. You were in the crew?
For a bit. Maybe not in 2023. I don't know. Year flew by.
That game.
We
with the
played
choices?
Shredder's Revenge and not a way out.
It's Dusk Falls. That's it.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. I tend to remember the good times and the laughs more than the games. But yeah, shout out to the Monday crew of Icefire and Brew and Michelle. We've been playing Turtles 360 edition for the entirety of 2023, I'm pretty sure. And we are so stupid that once that's done, we're looking at playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance next. God, it's so bad. But we're looking at cleaning up some 4-player games that are on our tags already. So please give us some better ideas. So I'm also looking at Full Metal Furies and 99 Vitas. Those are the ones I want to play. They want to play crap.
Wait, did you just
And
say
then, of
99
course-
Vitas wasn't crap?
When you play by
No.
yourself, you're boring. That
Oh,
game's
yeah,
awesome.
that's true. That is true.
That's what I'm saying. We'll make it fun. And of course, on Thursdays now we're playing the brand new game Gears of War 3. And
Makes sense.
it's funny because Fufu had never played he's never played Horde mode or Beast mode in a Gears game before. So he's just
So he
behind
liked
the
them.
times. He did. He likes them. And if you play Gears of War 3 like 2 hours a week, we're looking to have Seriously 3.0 done by 2047. So that's the plan.
If people can make it,
Everyone's ready. Oh, KT Echo says Full Metal Furies is amazing. Yeah, I've heard that. We wound up buying it. It was like $4 or $5. I know we missed it when it was on Game Pass, so we wound up buying it. Oh, Kingsman is giving a shout out. He loves us. We miss you, buddy. We love you too. I won't forget your Brad camp later, maybe. All right, who's next on this list? Oh, I should probably read other people's things. Mental Knight wrote something I will try to translate. My third favorite game played was Unheard Voices of Crime. You watch scenes play out on a 2D map with dot characters. Like Invisible Hours, you pick what room you want to watch and dial the time back and forth figuring out where people go. Like Obra Dinn, you listen for clues and deduce everyone's name and who the perpetrators are. My favorite games were The Quarry for Xbox One and The Quarry for Xbox Series X and S. Take the Life is Strange characters, make them twice as many, twice as hot, 3 times as believable, and put them in grave peril. Then make them kiss. Well, that's an answer. Anybody know the Quarry?
I know of it.
Anybody?
No, yeah,
No.
I know the
I've
game,
heard
but
good
I haven't played
things
it.
from horror fans.
I heard it rocks, but
Saucy says in the chat to read his. Sorry, Saucy, we only read from patrons and or people we like, and you are neither. So Arutarek says, number 1 for me last year was Persona 5 Royale with cheese. The gameplay was fantastic and the story was incredibly enjoyable. And it goes on a list of very few games I wish I could wipe my memory of so I can play through it fresh again. Just if you're like any of us, just play it again next year. You'll forget. A close second is Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't have the highest of expectations for it, but boy, am I glad I played it. Everything just felt right, and if there was one little nitpick, it would be finding the collectibles, but even that was enjoyable in its own way. As for third place, there's too many to choose from. Between Chained Echoes, Sunset Overdrive, Ghost 1.0, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, I couldn't pick one. You cheated. But the one that stood out a little higher, which took me by surprise as I was dreading it, was Okami HD, a truly wonderful game from both a gameplay and story perspective. Yes, I've always heard about Okami. I believe it was delisted now, which is a shame. But thank you for your answer. Kushmus, I'll let you read. You're
you gotta
up.
check on this Okami being delisted, though. I don't think that's true.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think
Tend to be wrong
you might
about
be
that.
thinking of something else. It looks like it's still
Oh,
legit.
well,
Okami
am I thinking of?
HD at the very least.
Oh, what the heck am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Oh, like I said, Okami is on sale for $9.99. That's what I said.
There you go. So far from delisted that it's on sale. Amazing.
I got it back.
Good job.
Quick, add it to your sales.
Just
What the hell am I
influence.
thinking
Wow.
of?
So nice. Yeah. Okay. So Carpe Atom, also known as Carpe New Year, says, contrary to Big L, wow, that's prescient. I really enjoyed my time with Ravenlock. Pretty to look at and
Stop
simple
it.
gameplay. Just the right length, too. I also really enjoyed Cocoon.
She said.
Puzzle games are my jam, and this one did some very creative things with its puzzles. That said, my favorite game of 2023 is probably Goat Simulator 3 with McPixel 3.
What?
Now that's the hot pick. I don't know. Many people are going to say McPixel 3, but let's keep going. With McPixel 3, a close runner-up. Both games are a mix of minor puzzle solving and mindless fun. I laughed so much while playing these games, and I still look forward to playing Goat Sim 3 daily. I think it was just the right game at the right time for me. With all the chaos and stress of this time of year, it has been nice to just boot up something simple and funny to wind down with before bed. Awesome. I do like
Now,
those little
it's really
bite-size.
strange
Yeah.
that he picked 2 games that were the third where they skipped the second in the series. Did he do that on purpose?
He's got a type.
Apparently.
Mental thinks that the game I was talking about was Omori. That's very possible.
Oh, maybe.
I'm going to say sure. I'm going to say sure.
Now, was that actually delisted mental, or I think that one might have been. Well, next up, Philip the Stockings Wendell, Mr. Wendell, says, my 3 favorite games were Hard Space Shipbreaker, Army of Ruin, and While the Iron's Hot. Though I only started that last one on December 31st. It still counts. All 3 games are the kind that you think about and want to get back to when you aren't playing. Thanks to Koosh for recommending Shipbreaker and While the Iron's Hot. You're welcome. I like those games, and I talked about them. So glad to hear somebody likes that. And the people agree. As for me, my favorite games, I'm going to have to say number 3, Hard Space Shipbreaker. I had so much fun. I was addicted to this. Okay, so it's the type of game where you wake up in real life, you go to work, and you log out at work, and you go home, and you log into your other job where you are an astronaut / shipbreaker, and you're just taking ships apart. And you're like, I'm only going to do one ship. I'll do half an hour. I'll do an hour, maybe. And you look up, and it's 4 hours later, and you've done like 2 ships, and you've died 3 times through explosive decompression. Now, that's fun. Believe it or not, that game, I had so much fun with that. I would love a sequel or a DLC or something. I don't even care. It doesn't need a story. It didn't need the story at all. I know there was one, but just give me more ships and more ways to die. Then it gets tough.
You do know that's a management game, right?
Stop. It's not. It's Metroidvania.
I did it. I rubbed off on you.
It's an adventure.
There. I will not admit that it is that. The next 2 are depends on the time of day and what I'm thinking about when you ask me. But I'm going to go in this order. Number 2, Jedi Survivor. I love my Star Wars. That game is amazing. I love the combat. I love the exploration. I love the puzzles. I love the story and just the way it keeps giving it story. Like that game, when you finish the game, there is more to discover. You'll go to other locations and you'll see like Force memories, and you'll get motivations for certain characters. You'll see things that happen maybe off camera. And like, I wanted to see it all. And I don't normally go back and, when the achievements are all done, especially in a long game, I don't normally go back and dig for more of that. But I did with Jedi Survivor, and I cannot wait to see where that story goes, because it does carry a thread through all the Jedi Survivor or the can't speak right now, through all those Jedi games. It's going to be a trilogy, and I can't wait to see where they go with that third one. I think it's going to get dark. And then the other one that I just kind of flip-flop with, and it's Hogwarts. That game is amazing. It is the movies. It is the books. And I don't care what you think about the author. The content of that story comes alive in that game. And it's such that like they take the special effects from the movies and they're in the game. You're playing the game. You've watched the movies. I mean, they're the same, and they hid something behind a waterfall. So this game does it all, and I would love to play more of it. I would love DLC, but my understanding is they're just going to go ahead and do a second one, and that's fine. I don't know how they're going to do that, and I guess Hogwarts changes shape based on the students that are there. So maybe just pick 100 years this way or that way, or I don't know. But I'm down for it, and the second it comes out, I will play it because there was nothing like exploring that castle and just looking at tapestries, looking at paintings, just and then you go out and you do, the combat was fun, it was fine, but it really was about just immersing yourself in Hogwarts Castle and just exploring. Amazing. Number one.
Would you like to kind of see that still set number 2 in the, what was it, the 1800s, 1900s? Or do you want to see it kind of move forward?
Sure. Well, I assume that whatever they're going to do is going to be chock full of stuff to look at. I don't really know that I want to do Harry Potter in space, so I don't think I want them to move forward.
No.
But staying in the past, sure. Do they need to go farther back? I don't know. Maybe something a little more current. Maybe like 70s. I'd love 1970s Hogwarts. That'd be groovy.
Yeah. And the one
real
thing is
weird.
they did such an amazing job, and you could almost not say Hogwarts and it would have still been a great game. Like there's almost no ties to the movies, as far as like direct ties,
Yeah.
like character wise. So
Well, yeah. Well, the only character being Hogwarts Castle. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
things like the room of requirement and
Now,
just the hallways.
Back in the day when it came out, like there was rumors like the sequel could be like other schools, right? So,
Yes, Durmstrang
Yeah.
and all. Yeah, Botans.
Yep.
Love it. That yeah, I forgot about that. That would be amazing because that's something you haven't seen in the books. They have just full creative license to go there. So, oh man, I'm so down for that. Yep. And of course, it's going to be out the same year as Star Wars Jedi. So, okay, I'll do it.
We'll be back here in 2 years, 3 years,
Yep.
whatever. It's
2 years, 3 years. Who knows how long? But yeah, absolutely. All right. I've spoken enough. I've gushed enough. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wild West, you have.
All right, we got Chewy on Ice. He says it's difficult to narrow it down because I've really, really, really enjoyed a bunch of games I did this year, but here goes. In third is Killer Frequency, a neat horror adventure where you play as a radio DJ taking calls from people who you talk to and guide so they can evade a mass murder, or not, they can all die too. In second is In a Sound Mind, a really cool trippy game where you play as a psychiatrist who enters the fractured nightmare world of his unfortunate patients, which are built around their various fears and psychoses. And first is Immortality, a really weird but also really awesome game from the guy that did Her Story and Telling Lies. Similar to those games, you piece together a story by examining video clips. The difference here is that you jump from clip to clip by selecting items in the scenes, which are all takes and behind those scenes footage from 3 movies, all featuring the same actress, despite being made decades apart. You have to figure out what's going on with her, and as you piece it together, it becomes increasingly wackadoo and totally surprising and brilliant. I also love it as a film student and cinephile because it also showcases all of the complexities of putting together actual movies, and they did an amazing job of showing the filmmaking techniques, trends, and limitations of the eras they're set in. That was quite a mouthful there. And then last we got Rhett Stack. She said, Starfield. I like Starfield. There was a lot of the MLB The Show. The game I really enjoyed, though, was this little puzzle platform called What Lies in the Multiverse. It came up when I was doing one of the bonuses for BCM, and I'm glad I found it and played it. So there we go. There we go.
Three very different games.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go number 3. The only game that didn't come out this year, Control. I played that last January. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm extremely excited for number 2. That hopefully I think will come out. Probably not this year. I think it'll be next year. But I just am all in on the Remedy universe. Number 2 for me was Starfield. I really enjoyed exploring all of that, and I knew exactly what I thought what was going to be in it, and I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed the worlds to explore. Like Kush said, that was one of the games that even though I was going for achievements, there were a lot of days where I wasn't going for anything specific. I was just landing on different worlds, just looking at all the different fauna and animals, exploring the different things that they offered. So I had just a lot of fun with it. I didn't need it to be action packed all the time. I just enjoyed the exploration aspects. And then to no one's surprise, number one for me was Alan Wake 2. Just improved on everything that Alan Wake 1 had. I enjoyed the new storyline. I enjoyed the new characters. I enjoyed the way that they took the story with this one. And I just can't wait to see what they do in Control 2, to see how they kind of bring it even closer together. So those are the top 3 games for me for 2023 that I played.
All right, very nice.
2024 will be DLC, I'm assuming, for Alan Wake.
Yeah, maybe Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty will make it into the end of the year for next year. But yeah, there will be some DLC in this year, I believe. We'll see. They haven't announced a date yet, but I'm sure it'll come sometime.
All righty. Thank you for the question, Wild West. This was your brainchild, I believe.
Yeah, thanks
We
for all the
hope.
responses.
Yes, thank you to our patrons, as always. All right, we have some news items. Well, we have a very important news item, of course, which is that 18 new title updates for East Asia Soft games have shown up on TA. Or I guess it's 16 East Asia Soft games, and then Taco Tom 2 and Akanofa? Sure. So we've probably talked about this topic to death, but I'm feeling that everyone's kind of played out on these at this point. But then on TA, the feed is filled with people reclaiming their completion. So I don't know. I guess once you start them, you got to finish them again. For me, at least for like Butterfly, there would be an update to do the next 5 levels. Here, it's just do stuff you've already done, and just you'll get 1 kill and then pop all the achievements for getting like 20 more kills, 50 more kills. I don't know. You got stuff like Pity Pit, which I don't like. Color Pals, which I did like, but I did all the levels already, and now you got to do them again. It's stupid. Stop it, East Asia Soft. I always talk nice about you, but this is unnecessary. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I don't really know. I'd love to see kind of their rationale for doing it, I guess. I think it was kind of cute at the beginning, but now it just seems like it's... I don't know. I don't even know how to... I just would like to see what they say.
I'd love to see the numbers. Like, what does this mean? Like, did you get all your sales just at the very beginning, or like on that first push, and then like 3, 4, and 5, you just don't see any more, or do you see more? I don't know. I'd love to see those numbers that we'll never see. I had to go back and play Mushroom Savior because of RTDL. I get at least one a month. I actually like Mushroom Savior. I mean, it's like an old NES game, like puzzle, push type box push.
I was listening to the podcast last week, and you're like, nobody talks about Mushroom Savior.
Who said that? Did I say that?
You said that.
Oh yeah. There you go. It only takes,
Now, just clicking through all of these that are East Asia Soft, like 16 of the 18, they're at 4,000 gamer score. So, at least this will only happen.
Some of them are at 5.
One more time. Expect an update on July 1st, and then you won't have to play them ever again.
That's true.
Is that what it is?
Neo says, I wonder. Yeah, I think, it's like every 6 months they can refresh it. Nerdy Neo says, I wonder if the title update spam is what Phil's referring to when he says upcoming changes to achievements. I would love for that to be true.
I imagine so.
Yeah, I think they'll lock it down. I would also love that to be, hey, achievement tracking actually has to work. That would be nice too.
Yeah, but like OZ said, like I'm kind of interested also to see when they get to 5 if they're going to be able to do like Cruise Brothers and go higher. But
Well, they got a slap on the wrist for that. So
oh, did they? Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most interesting part is like what is in it for the developer or the publisher? Like, are they making that much more sales on it?
Yeah.
Maybe a few
Guess
years
what
ago,
these-
but now I don't know.
I mean,
I
you'll
mean, they're
always
still
have those
doing it,
people. Yeah.
right?
The
They're
feeds are filled with them.
still doing it. So there must be,
Must
a
be a
reason. They
reason.
must be seeing money. That's the only thing we can take from that. If they keep doing it, it's profitable. If they stop, it's not, right?
Well, how much work are they having to do to just change the code just a titch to go from,
Oh,
do
no,
this
they're-
action?
It's
Well, I mean,
probably a line of
Yeah,
code per
there you go.
achievement.
sure, sure,
There
but
you
you still have to test. You have to submit it. I mean, there's a process involved.
Yeah,
with
you're
getting
right.
an update
Yeah.
pushed. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not just I changed one line of code and we're done. I mean, that kicks off a process. So
Yeah.
there is something that goes
Oh.
behind that. I'm sure.
You think they tested these?
Yeah, I think they have to.
I
Okay.
think they load the game up and play it for 10 minutes, like Microsoft.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not as rigorous, I'm sure, because we've seen
Oh,
all
they
kinds
need
of
that
issues. But I'm sure that they have to. I'm sure it's somewhere in a document thing they have to, and who knows?
All right. And then Mental says then there'll be Windows and Series X stacks on top of that too. Oh yeah, and Mushroom Savior was the one I talked about how it deleted your save. So you enjoyed playing that again, Nate?
Oh, is that why I had to do that? Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was fine. I just played
They-
the whole
they
game
did
over
not-
again.
They did not test that one.
Yeah.
They did not test it.
I didn't mind. I thought I must have like blown away my save just for whatever reason. I
Oh.
guess I forgot. Sorry,
you
I
weren't
wasn't
listening to me? God.
Imagine that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Sure.
yeah, no one talks about
Usually
Mushroom
he only
Savior.
zones out for me when I'm talking about my management games.
Unbelievable.
seriously. Well, so I played it all from scratch and just went through it again. Had a good time. I mean, it's fun, and luckily, with my horrible memory, it was a brand new game, and I got achievements for it. So
Yeah, I mean, you could play Hogwarts again. It'll all be new to you. Memory of a Goldfish. Unbelievable.
be a goldfish.
Be a goldfish. All right. And fresh in the new year, we have new targets. And we have New Year, new games, which is for starting new games. You got to start 3 games for gold. Backwards Day, earn achievements that are backwards compatible. You need 15 of those. And 15 achievements with the main storyline flag. Now, what's amusing to me is a lot of these East Asia soft games that we just talked about. Take a look at, for example, Rayland or Color Pals. Complete level 1, complete level 3, complete level 5. These all have storyline flags for whatever reason. So this is simple as can be.
I mean, they just came out, so that's probably an auto
No,
flag for TA. To say complete,
don't
if
know.
complete is in there, complete level, it's probably story related.
Yeah.
That's just my guess.
Is that what TA thinks? Because they've been there for the old ones too.
Okay, fair point.
So yeah,
They're
if you need
wrong.
something simple, these are clear. Rayland is known for a good story. So
I don't even know what that one is.
That's a puzzle.
Me
one, right?
neither.
It's just like light beams.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
So
was
if
a
you're
little
looking for
surprised when
perfect,
they came out because I thought that'd be a little harder than it was. But
there's a pill for that. So, man, the first of the year, gotta love it. Backwards compatible games.
The
That
worst
might be the
one.
trickiest one. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of XBLA games. Me personally, I'm gonna play Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands. That showed up on my RTTL, and Scaravasi talked about it on a recent Neverending Story. So that's a good one. That's a good one. It's Tomb Raider-esque.
I want to see somebody who gets all the targets using 3 backwards compatible games.
3 new games.
Yeah,
Get
3
them
new
all done.
backwards compatible games. That's what I want to see.
That'd be awesome.
I used 1 or 2 of them,
That's-
and obviously 1/3 of the new games.
I think you're allowed to have
Something with a good story.
Well, boy, do I have a surprise for you later, Gooch.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I love surprises for me.
Ooh, new management game?
Oh
No,
no,
no management game.
thank you. Because we all know I hate management. They're the worst.
All right. So with that, we're going to go to our game showcase. And if you're if you're watching the live stream and you're just listening, you could take a look, and everything's going to go according to plan, and there will be video of the games we talk about. Hopefully,
Won't be any hiccups. Yeah.
no hiccups, no mistakes, and you
Oh,
could
there might
blame
be ads.
you could
There might
blame
be ads
Rocker
that I skip.
Dude. That's okay.
So yeah, thanks for throwing to me. I
Nate,
guess.
thanks for asking.
I'm glad to talk.
Love you, buddy.
First thing I want to do is go back and talk a little bit about the game I talked about last week, which was Wall World. I put some more time into this. Yeah, I put some more time into this game, and I've gotten some more upgrades, and I am loving the progression of this. Once again, this game is essentially a ripoff of Dome Keeper, and I would love to play Dome Keeper when it comes to the Xbox, but it's not there, so I can't do that. So I've got to do Dome Keeper, which is I'm sorry, I have to do Wall World, which is Dome Keeper rotated negative 90 degrees, and that's fine. It's gotten to the point now where some of the upgrades have made the progression a lot nicer, a lot more pleasant. Before, oh wow, this guy has a lot of upgrades. I didn't know you could do all that. It makes the beginning of the level a lot faster. Whereas for the first couple hours, the beginning is kind of a slow point. There are upgrades that you get when you find certain blueprints, and then you buy those blueprints after your run is over. That will make the beginning of your run faster too, and that just makes the whole game a real joy to play, especially for that kind of pick up and put down gameplay. Just get in, get out. So yeah, I'm still loving it. I'm still chipping away at it. I kind of almost want to have like a roguelite of the year competition or something, because I'm just enjoying this game and others like it so much. But we're going to move on to the next game, my actual showcase, as I juggle. I don't know. Was there sound coming through? There shouldn't have been sound coming through.
I heard no sound.
Okay, good. That's perfect. That's exactly the way it's supposed
But
to be.
I'm ready for you to juggle.
I am juggling now to the game that I'm going to talk about for the showcase is Solar Ash. This is on Game Pass, and I am not going to get a YouTube Premium. No, thank you. Now, Solar Ash is by the same developer that did. Can't remember.
Hyper Light Drift. No.
Thank you, Hyper Light Drifter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't have all my notes. And it kind of shows, it's a little bit similar. This game is sort of a mashup of like Haven, the movement of Haven. And if you're watching on the feed, you'll see this character kind of like floating in and out of like a cloudy type level that you're running through. It's number one, it's very colorful. Number two, it's very pretty. So yes, it's very much a neat game. It's kind of an actiony platformer. And the controls are kind of floaty. It feels, like I said, a little bit like Haven Traversal. And I don't know what I would say the combat is like. But it is kind of hack and slashy. You will only take like 3 or 4 hits of damage before you have to then go back to a checkpoint. There's the ability to lock on and dive into enemies, and that will come into play very quickly. You'll very quickly run into, oh, I don't know how to play this game as you're playing it, and it forces you to play their way. It forces you to learn that what you have to do is navigate these boss battles. I'm not doing a very good job of this. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place tonight. So you're going to, number one, you're going to go in and you're going to unlock a couple different, let's just call them glyphs. And what those are going to do is they're going to awaken a guardian. And then that guardian is going to become a boss battle. And the boss battles are fought on the backs of the guardians. And so you will be dashing across the back of the, if you're watching the video right now, here's one of the guardians getting angry because you broke one of the things and you're waking it up. You then will be battling on the back of those bosses. You'll be, and they're typically very long because you're just going to be racing back and forth, and you're hitting critical points on those bosses. And you will eventually, we're going to stop that because we don't want to do that. You will eventually be kill the boss, move on to the next zone. In each area, you can get these little collectibles. There'll be 5. They'll give you a new suit, and those suits, I believe, give you different abilities. The first suit you pick up recharges your time stop. So yeah, I mean, this game is, like I said, it's on Game Pass. It's a perfect night game. And as I said, the movement's like Haven, but don't let that be a negative for you. I didn't love the gameplay of Haven. It's really only the movement and the dashing, kind of that real floaty flying that you're doing through the levels. But yeah, there you go.
I mean,
Solar
in my
Ash.
opinion, it took the best of Haven, so it already is is leaps and bounds above it. I'm glad we do gameplay during these parts because that looked interesting, and I don't know if I would have got that, not from your description, but just it wasn't on my radar before. And seeing it looks really cool. It reminded me a lot of you remember that game Wavetail, which was a lot of like water surfing. This
Yeah,
is like
but good.
cloud surfing. Yeah. Exactly. So,
But combat that's much better. Like the Wavetail combat is bad.
yeah. So yeah, I'm interested in that one, and on Game Pass, double whammy.
That's the thing. When I was looking through things that I had to do for different contests and such, and I said I completely forgot about Solar Ash, and I was looking for action adventure games, and boom, there it was, and I realized I had forgotten about it.
So is that kind of like a hub world that you're in, and you just kind of go to different parts of it, or?
No, it's pretty linear. You'll go from
Okay.
level to level, and then pretty early on, I think like the third level, you'll get the ability to teleport anywhere you want. So, and you don't have to go to a hub to do that. You just pull up the map and you go to a node, and boom, you can go right to that main area.
So you're not locked out of any areas at all?
No,
so far?
it doesn't seem that way. There might be a point of no return at some point, but as far as I can tell, it's very easy to go back and get those suit pieces that you missed. One of the things that's missing is a usable map. The map that you pull up just shows you, oh, here's area 1, here's area 2, here's area 3. And there might be sub areas in those, and they'll let you look at maybe the person that you were talking to. Let's say there's two different people you talk to that give you either missions or suit pieces or whatever. It'll show you, oh, you've got 4 or 5. You got 2 of 3. And so it'll let you know, okay, I have to go back here to do a thing. But when you teleport to that world, you go to the hub for that world. Like there's one place to teleport in and out. There's one place to teleport into, because you can teleport from anywhere. And then you have to progress from there into the level. There's no nice thing on the map that says, oh, here's the thing to go collect. Instead, I believe, I'm still learning, I believe that those are kind of signposted by beacons. Like if you look off in the distance, you'll see like a little blue beacon, and that means that there is a suit part over there for you to get. I haven't found them all. I got them all in the first area, but there were only I think there's only one. I think you just pick up the suit. In the second area, it's 5. The third area, it's 5. And so I've been having trouble finding all of them in those areas. So I may have to look up a video at some point, especially if those suits give you really good powers. But yeah, Solar Ash, check it out. I am digging it, and I'm going to keep playing it. I will not talk about it next week. I apologize for doing that, but if that looked cool, go check it out.
Was that day one Game Pass?
I think it was a D1 Game Pass. Sorry, and the publisher is Annapurna Interactive. So why did I wait this long? I don't know.
It also came out in September, so likely is going to leave in September.
Yeah.
So you've got some time, but I would start it.
All right. So it was Solar Ash. All right, I'm gonna talk about a couple games. The first one is basically a first impression of Carpe Adams' Game of the Year, Goat Simulator 3. I was sitting around minding my own business, and then my son walks in the room and says, "Oh, Goat Simulator 3 is on Game Pass. Let's play." And I said, "All right." And you could play 4-player local co-op on the same screen. And the split screen is very nice. And to my surprise, on the second controller, you press A and you can load in with your profile. So I said, all right, this will totally pop achievements for everybody. So we started the game, and there's an achievement for basically watching the opening cutscene without skipping it. So don't skip it. And the achievement only popped for me and not for him. And he said, "Oh, really?" And he doesn't care so much about achievements. He cares about stats. So we were looking at the stats, and it looked like it was all tied to the host. So achievements, unfortunately, only pop for the host. Now, earlier today, I tried online with Michelle real quick to see if it would pop for both. And online, the story achievements pop for all. So it's very, very unfortunate and silly that it will not pop locally. Now, what you can do is if you have a laptop or computer nearby, you can put Goat Simulator on your computer because it's on PC Game Pass as well. So right away with Goat Simulator 3, it looks way more polished. It's obviously based on Assassin's Creed. You have to synchronize with the towers, and then the parts of the map open up when you find them. There's references to other games that I will not tell you, but because that's the fun. But so far, it looks like a good time, and it's an easy game to pick up and play for if you have 3 friends, because it's on Game Pass. So anyone with Game Pass can check it out. I'd love to hear what Adam liked about it. Yeah, I think when most people think Goat Simulator, they are not happy to hear about it because the first game was it was a pain in the butt with achievements and the 4 DLCs and all that stuff. But so far, this one looks really fun.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they'll do more DLCs on this one.
I don't
Or
know.
I guess any DLCs.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at the achievement list too much. It looks like a 15 to 20 hour completion or so.
Oh, you
I
have to get
imagine that
100
it's
levels in Flappy
manageable.
Bird, Flappy Goat.
Oh, hell yeah. Sign me up.
Just kidding.
It'll be like a 0.01% unlock rate.
That'll be but if they make that the DLC, it'll be worth it. Just a Flappy Goat DLC, a title update worth 4,000 gamer score.
And then I'm just going to tell one achievement, just the name of it. And this is just for you,
Go for
El. They have an achievement, and the title is "Who Baywatches the Baywatch?"
Ooh.
Hmm,
Mm.
spicy.
All right, Corey, since you're young, which star who are the stars of the original Baywatch?
Dwayne Johnson.
No,
Zac Efron.
the original Baywatch.
I only
Come
know
on, this is
one,
easy.
and
Let's
that
do it.
is
Okay. Yeah.
Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff.
Okay. David Hasselhoff. Good.
Kenny Hasselhoff.
And who's the female lead?
Pamela Anderson.
Okay, good. You got it.
That was a complete guess.
Saucy, no one asked you. Yes, Pamela Anderson. Very good.
Shout out to Saucy.
Oh, you cheated.
No, I didn't actually.
Saucy said Pamela Anderson, so he's wrong.
All right.
So, the other thing I wanted to shout out is on New Year's Eve. By the way, how was all your New Year's Eve? Good, good. Started late, so we didn't have enough pleasantries. So my kids and my kids made it through to midnight for the first time ever. And Michelle and Brian were over, and my wife was there. So we played 6-player Rift Tracks. Now, Rift Tracks is similar to Jackbox Party Pack, but it's from the people behind Mystery Science Theater. You probably maybe have heard of Rift Tracks, but it's a ton of fun, and I recommend it for anyone who has family over or friends. Basically, they play a movie clip, and then they with sound, and then they play more of the clip without sound, and you basically have to fill in the blank. And then everyone votes on it, and it's just a good time. Yeah, so just wanted to shout out Beach Simulator 3 and Rift Tracks. I'm all about those party games. While the while the Twitch chat is still trying to name people from the original Baywatch. We've come up with Erica Eleniak and Yasmin Bleeth. Very good. There was another guy, but no one knows who that is.
Jay Leno.
All right. Wild West. What do you want to talk about?
So before I get into my game, Koosh was needing some help with that. So when I was looking at the targets, I was kind of going through the stuff that I wanted to do, and one that kind of hits a lot of the stuff you're looking for is Midway. The Midway, what is it? Midway Arcade Origins.
Arcade. Classic.
Yeah. So if you got that with Games with Gold a long time ago, that'll get you some story achievements. That'll get you the backwards compatible achievements. I pretty much finished almost all of them just by that by itself. So if you do need something for targets, that's a good one to go. And it's only 68 hours, and you can do whatever achievements you want whenever you want. You get to choose how you do them. What's that?
How do those have story achievements?
They do.
Complete level X.
Yeah,
Same
pretty
thing?
much.
Wow.
It's not. They don't have everything, but you can get quite a few of them. I think I got all the story achievements you can. There's one for Joust 2 that I got, Smash TV, and some other ones. So those were the ones that I was going for last night. But it's a good one if you
All right,
need
so
though.
you played this recently then?
Yeah, I was playing it last night. I started it, I think Sunday, maybe maybe
All right.
maybe on Monday. So
Have you tried
whatever
any
that
of
was.
the hard ones yet?
I got Smash TV done and Joust 2 done. Those were, I think the other hard
Very
one
nice.
was Rampage.
APB.
I heard was pretty hard. I did get APB. Those controls are not great, but did get APB done. So I've got some of the other ones
Very
I'll get back to some other time. But the game I wanted to talk about was Choice of Life Middle Ages. This was an interesting game that I kind of did for the 12 Days of Christmas. and it's kind of like one of those make your own story games. You start with a bunch of hearts. I think you'll see that. Yeah, so you'll start with you kind of start at the beginning of your life basically, and then you get to go from there. You get to choose either the left or the right side, as you see there on the screen, and you don't really know what's going to be behind it. You will, as you
Oh.
can go back and play the game, and you'll know which action will reward you with hearts later on. But when you're going through it the first time, you don't really know. And so you kind of start from birth, and then you'll earn titles as you go through the game, and each title will give you an achievement, and you can kind of dictate how you want to play to get certain achievements if you want to, kind of like the Thronebreaker Witcher game. So it kind of helps. And then you have some undies too in the game for anything. But
That's hot.
I know. So yeah, so you'll see there at the top of the screen, you got 3 hearts, and so some certain actions as you're going through the story will can take away a heart, so they can add a hearts, and then the goal of the game is trying to go all the way to the end of the game, and you kind of have a mystical aspect of it later with dragons and such like that later. But it's a fun game to help you with achievements if you need them, and you get to kind of experience the story. You get to choose how you want to do it, and most of the achievements are going for those titles in the game. So you'll start out from born. You'll get to a peasant first. You'll get achievement for that, and then you'll get achievement for different other titles that you'll earn. And then when you die 10 times and have to restart, you'll get that. And when you do die 30 times, you'll get another achievement for restarting 30 times and all that. So it's a pretty simple game. It's 1 to 2 hours, not too long. You have to achievement for getting all the titles, which you can easily get as you go through and everything. But it was a fun game. Get it for a couple bucks. I think it was worth it if you kind of like those things growing up. I read those stories, so I think I could stop. We could all just watch Rocker just go off on whatever he's doing over there.
Or you.
We broke him. We broke him. I'm sorry.
Looks like I chose the right game this time around too. So
You chose. Yes.
Might have to get our YouTube Pro so we don't see underwear.
I don't know. That just might increase our subscribers from now on. But
I know. Yeah. As long as there's no
but
nudity
yeah.
on
You gotta
Baldur's
take
Gate.
chat off the screen. Ozzy's not helping.
But yeah, that's called that's Choice of Life. Middle Ages wasn't too bad.
Rocker might need some new
So-
undies.
Oh,
Just
God.
where to
This makes
go.
me think what you're searching for.
Wild
YouTube.
West.
Yes, sir.
So this game reminds me of a game I've talked up a lot on the show called Aloris. It's just like this. So you just pick one or the other, and that's it. So, but there was a lot of you play the game a lot, and then you remember what leads to what. So that's similar. Is there a lot of RNG of what's going to show up?
No, I mean it's pretty much the same thing. So when you start from birth and you go all the way up to
Straightforward?
the first title, it'll be the same thing each time. And then when you get to that first title of I guess you didn't really see it. There is kind of a map that you'll see, and you can start from. You don't have to start from birth every single time. You can once you get up to peasant, you can start from a peasant on your next playthrough and work it. So you don't have to try to remember every single action you've done. And then once you get to the next one, which I mean, there's a lot of different titles, but when you get to the next title, you can start the game from that title. So you don't have to sit there and replay the game over and over again. But so that was nice.
Okay. Or are you able to speak yet?
No. I could try. All right. You didn't
I can
help
talk
because
about your game and guess.
you were talking about Middle Ages and you said, well, what comes up is the RNG,
What?
just like
It's a
YouTube
good-
ads.
It's a good thing you're going
made
for
me
the
think of
complete
all-
opposite genre.
If the ads are based off the game that we're showing, then we should be safe. All right.
What the?
So for my game, every year around Christmas time, we usually have a little bit more free time. So I try to get through as many stories or whatever as I can, and I want them to be games that I want to play, that I maybe have been putting off or something like that. So this year, I went through Sifu, Stray, and uh, this game, which happens to be Dredge. This was the only one out of the three that I completed achievement wise. I started it and completed it in 5 days. And according to TA, that was 20, almost 25 hours. So I played nothing but this game, Dredge, straight for those 5 days. The game is it's an adventure game. You play the part as I guess a fisherman. You really are the boat. You don't ever see the person other than a pop up when you are talking to somebody. So you kind of are the boat, and you go through these. You go to these different islands, and you talk to people. There are merchants at some of them. There are shipwrights that will uh, repair your boat, sell you upgrades, things like that. There is an upgrade tree that you have to collect different materials and money to be able to upgrade it, to be able to carry more things, to have more spots for fishing rods and things like that. And I think I put this off so long because, kind of at its core, it's a fishing game, and fishing is by far my least favorite thing to do in video games. But this game got a lot of accolades or whatever. Best indie game of the year by some people. So I had to play it. So I eventually just bit the bullet and got it. Um, on sale wise, it's been as low as like $18. There is I think it was like $5 or $6 DLC that does have achievements. So I got that as well. But if we talk about the gameplay of Dredge, you're going out, and like I said, you're talking to people and doing quests for them. Sure, it might be kind of fetch questy, but I found this game super relaxing and really satisfying, to kind of just focus on a single objective because nothing's time based really, or there's no pressure. You can just go out and come back and start your next day whenever you want. Now, with that said, there is a time element of the game that is a day and night cycle. If you stay up too late or you are awake for too many hours, you'll start to see the Lovecraftian part of this game. It gets really eerie at night. And so things will start to come at your boat, and rocks may appear, which, if you hit, will damage your hull, and you have to get that repaired. If it happens to land on a spot where you are holding a fish or an item, it can be thrown overboard, so you'll lose it, things like that. So it does have the very strange, creepy element to it, which, again, it's kind of weird for me to say that it's relaxing when it has this part about it. But you can really avoid a lot of it if you're just really diligent about going back and resting and go to your next day. As far as the fishing goes, yeah, you're gonna be fishing a lot. However, it does it in a really concise manner. As you are navigating the waters, you'll see bubbles pop up in the water, and different fish will be there, and you can kind of see their outline, and you'll get to know which fish is where before you even get to it. One of your abilities, which you do get random abilities, is a spyglass, so you can actually see bubbles from afar. And once you have kind of wrote down the fish in your encyclopedia, you'll be able to tell what it is without even going up to it. Um, but most of what you're going to be doing in the forefront of this game is going out to catch fish and bringing them back. Um, After you catch them, which is usually a time-based mini game, and they're all different. Well, most of them. There's a handful of different time-based games you could do, whether it's landing in a green zone or waiting for the shape to get to the right size to hit A. They're all just seconds each. And but once you catch one, you have to put it in your hole, and you have to play a little game of Tetris. So you can only fit so much in, and sometimes you'll have spots that don't fill it. So it depends on how efficient you are and what fish you get. The game does have a waterfall that you can go behind. Koosh.
I was just about to ask when I saw that waterfall.
Yep, that is actually it is required actually, so that they know the lore, the video game lore of waterfalls
They
very
know what's
well.
up. Nice.
Exactly. So yeah, so catching fish and bringing it back for lots of money, and other things will be in the water as well. Piece of wood, scrap metal for upgrades, and you can kind of choose to go along that route and upgrade yourself fully before you even do anything really. Uh, but obviously, the further you get with your upgrades, the better fish you can catch, and then they sell for more money. So like there is an efficient route you could take, but if you like fishing, you can just simply
Efficient.
go out there and do it as much as your heart pleases. Um, the main quest is kind of split up amongst 5 sets of islands, and you have to go and you pretty much have to get an item at each one. And I think I got 2 out of the 5 before I said, "I'm just gonna, like, do the entire upgrade tree." So my boat was, like, the best that it could be, before I really finished the story. Speaking of, there is a story to this game. It doesn't take up a lot of time as far as the narrative goes, which I like. Um, and it has different endings, and there's achievements for each one. And the best part about it is it will tell you right before you start the ending part of the game. It says it will. This game will not save anymore. Um, Once you're done with it, you reload it, and you'll be back to this spot. So there's only one playthrough that you need to do, and you're gonna get all the achievements, except for a couple naturally through the game. And you might even get the last several that I didn't get naturally, um, yourself. It just depends on how diligent you are. I mentioned there's an encyclopedia, so a lot of about this game is catching and finding the different fish and catching them. And each one has a creepy version of it that some are only come out during the night time, but for the most part, they're just a rare version of that fish. There are abilities you get later in the game and items that help you increase that chance of finding the rarity stuff. Um, but there are achievements for catching all of those fish at least once. And so right before the end of the game, I made it my mission to go out and find all of these. And I think your encyclopedia tells you clues like where it's at. It'll definitely tell you like the set of islands that you can find it in, and it may tell you day or night is the best time to find it. But other than that, you're kind of uh, on your own to figure it out. There are, of course, fan wikis out there that tell you a little bit more detail. Some people have even made, forum posts on Steam saying which part of the map to go to maybe have a guaranteed chance. The map is laid out in a battleship format like O2 and B7, stuff like that. So you can prioritize that as much as you want. Uh, but yeah, this game was super fun, super relaxing, and I could not put it down. So it pretty much had to make my top 3 for this year. It came out, I think, in April.
Hilarious.
Um, but uh, but yeah, this is Dredge. Very, very good indie game.
Does it kind of have like an overall
Um,
map where you can see where you're at and everything?
Yes, and it updates real time. You can see your boat on it. So as you're sailing along, you can't really put it on autopilot, but you can kind of one of the things is you build up your engine. You can go pretty fast. You could see exactly where you're going, and if you're going wrong, which happens a lot for me, I would make slight course correction and then open the map right back up to see if I was heading in the right direction. I wish they had like an on-screen mini map. That would be like my one thing to improve this game. But
Yeah.
it was a simple click of a button to bring up the full map just to figure that out.
So is this one of those games that just looks boring to watch, but it's fun to play? Because
I mean, I
the
could see why
video
somebody would
doesn't
say
look
that.
too
Yes.
thrilling, honestly.
Well, no, it's a fishing game for one. What fishing game is thrilling to you? Dynamite fishing.
Exactly.
Yeah, get
So
on that. What
Play
else?
something else, Corey.
the game
That
was
looks
fun.
boring AF.
No, it was.
Maneater's a good fish game. That's a fun game.
It's not a fishing game,
Yeah, it is.
but
You're
this
eating a
game
ton of fish.
this
It's
game
literally
is
fishing.
relaxing. I would say play this
Oh.
over whatever you played.
Don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Instead of playing 18 East Asia Soft games, which arguably would only take a tenth of this time, play this.
I'm just finished all 18 in the time you've been talking about this game.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'll say the name Dredge. The DLC in itself is just like another set of islands that you go to, and it's only a couple of hours long. If had I waited till I finished the base game to get it. Had I got it before, it seems like I could have went there sooner. With a not upgraded ship, maybe it would have took a little bit longer without that. But yeah, it's just more of the same. And this is a game that, at least on other platforms like Steam, it's getting other DLC like Dave the Diver crossover. So that's one I'm kind of itching to play once it gets over here, and I'm hoping that DLC makes its way as well.
Oh. Oh, you got the completion. Your slide dog.
I did in 5 days.
Slide
I could
dog.
not stop playing this game.
Wow. I mean, you could have. So, do you use a dredge in this game? Do you know what a dredge is? guess
I
not.
couldn't describe it
I
to you, but yes,
mean,
you use it in this game. You have to, like, you can't fish for the wood or the engine, the scrap metal. You have to dredge for it. So you do have to have that on your ship, taking up spot
it's
if you want to get
it's
that
a
stuff.
verb and a noun.
Yeah.
Bring up objects from the mud by scooping or dragging. That's dredging. Oh, okay. Not a
It's
fan of
more
that.
in depth than what you see, and yeah, it's slow but relaxing. It's kind of what I've been about lately.
All right. But on TA, it's dredge.
Yeah, sure.
It's all in
Well,
caps for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why.
Here's a foo-foo thing as well. It's a 4.43 stars on TA. I'm not the only one who says it's good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna vote 1 star for it now. Damn, I have to start it first.
Got a question from Fug. Is it anything like Moonglow Bay?
It's been a while, and I didn't play much of Moonglow. How did the fishing work in that? You might remember.
Haven't done that one.
I don't recall. I don't recall it being the same. So I would say it's not similar at all, except for you get on a boat in that game, and there's weird monster creatures. If I recall, probably the closest similarity you can draw. But I haven't played much of the Moonglow.
Goat sings awesome. You gotta play Moonglow.
I think
Oh.
Moonglow had a lot of relationship building. This has none of that.
Yeah,
That's
Moonglow, I
positive.
think, had a lot of stuff outside of the boat. So you weren't the boat, you were a person going in town, and then you were getting on your boat, I think.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, that was Dredge, and the game's showcase is complete. Now we shall go to the sales, and Kush Moose is up first. It's got vids. It's got videos, everyone.
But he's muted.
10-hour video. The 10-hour video with no YouTube Premium. We got this.
We're gonna watch it all.
Nate, we can't hear you.
That's a good point. So hopefully you won't see any underwear. I was like, geez, guys, geez, you keep cutting me off. This is Itora. It's $10 down from 20. It's the first time on sale. It's an action adventure game, and I've played it for about an hour, I think. But I really like the animations. I really like the movement. It feels very fluid. There's a dash, and you've got jumping attacks, and you can slide down hills. I don't know if they're going to show it there. Yep. You can do all sorts of fun stuff like that. To me, it reminds me of Indivisible mixed with like Aratana and the Harpy's Feather. I don't know if anyone knows those games, but if you haven't, check them out because they're both really good. Oh, look, there's a little bit of boss fight.
Just to clarify, you said action adventure and not another genre?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said action adventure. I think I looked it up. That should be true. Did I get it wrong?
What I'm getting is this is not a Metroidvania.
This is not a Metroidvania as far as I can
like one.
tell. I've not gotten a double jump, but
It wants
looks
to
like
be
it's being
one. It looks
praised.
like.
It this is a good game. I can tell. Oh my gosh, there's a wall jump. This could be a Vayner.
Oh,
Spoilers.
Yeah. We'll just we'll end there.
Find a map. Find a map.
We'll end there for Itora.
No.
Next up is Thunder Ray, and can't imagine what kind of whitey tighties we're going to see for that. This game is $12 down from 15, and you're not seeing it, but now you are. It's sports boxing. Now, this is not a great sale, 12 down from 15. However, I think that this is one to keep an eye on, especially if you are a fan of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or the other Punch Out that didn't have Mike Tyson in the title.
Right.
You can see it's
Canadian version.
Yeah,
Punch Out.
So I've heard it's a little bit spotty. It's not as not as precise as a Punch Out with the timing and everything. But if you're looking for that, you might want to check out.
Finally.
You might want to check this game out. At Thunder Ray. Next up, we have Shoot Vaders. Shoot Vaders. Boom. Boom.
I said Shoot Vader.
The Beginning. It's $4.19 down from $7. This is a shoot 'em up. And I would almost say buy this just for the title alone. I love my games for their titles sometimes.
Yeah.
Then take a look at it. It's got 14 achievements, and they're all capped, and they all have the same. No, actually, I think that was a blog that I discovered today. I think they do have different. Yeah. Nope. They all say temp for me. If you guys see temp or not.
Space Invaders.
But yeah, so basically, your traditional schmo. And let's get that guy to go away. Next up and final for me is Revita. And let's get that guy going. All right, Revita. This is $12.74. The traditional $12.74, down from 17. This is a platformer roguelite. And this is to me, I think this is good looking pixel art. And it reminds me of a mix between like a Neon Abyss and kind of a Spelunky, because apparently there are shortcuts that you can discover and then help you get further in your run the next time. I think it looks cool, but I think that price is a little high. You might want to put a price watch on this if you see anything you like here. Ooh, I like that dash. Yeah, and that is Revita.
You like Revita Colada? Oh, Taze. I've got Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. If you missed it on Game Pass and are excited as I am for the next one coming out, pick this one up. It's $5, usually 15, 2 to 3 hours. Ton of fun. could play that on your Xbox or on your Windows device. I also selected Momonga Pinball Adventures since it is $1.19, down from $6. It's a pinball game. It's 6 to 8 hours. It's got one hard achievement to get 45 challenges. What most people do is delete their save and start over, so the challenges from the early levels continue. They count on the achievement tracker, and you can get that game done in about 6 to 8 hours. What do you got? Wild West?
I've got a Shmups collection that has 3 games in it. I think they're all 1 to 2 hour completions, and it's $4.62 down from $18.49. That's the lowest price there on that. So you get 3 games for $4.62. So thought that was a pretty good deal. Probably picked that one up. And the other one, I played this a while ago, but I really liked it. Seasons After Fall. It's $1.99 down from $9.99. It's a puzzle platformer. I enjoyed the game. It's a good price. I mean, $2, 6 to 8 hours. So
Good game.
good story. I enjoy it. So not a lot this week, but understandable.
3.
So the only game I have to tell you about is Nocturnal. It's $15 down from $20. I would put a price watch on this for $10 if it were me. It is a 2D platformer with some combat mixed in. It is pretty good. I reviewed this back when it came out, and I gave it a 7.5. It is fairly basic, but the platforming is fun enough to warrant a play if you like 2D platforming. The combat was not super in depth, which I think is fine for this game. And the puzzle aspect of this 2D platformer is light enough to not cause headaches. I basically think that if I could do it, it's probably not hard. So, with that said, Nocturnal is the game. Currently $15. Maybe keep an eye on a deeper discount. Good for storyline achievements though, because all but one are for the story.
All right, we have a ton of Game Pass news. Wait, no, we have none.
Anybody check on Koosh today? Who had the hour?
Oosh, you okay,
Yeah, it's
bud?
the News Watch, the Game Pass News Watch. We did get some news, but we didn't get any new additional news or anything added to Game Pass. We did not hear about what's going to be added, if there's going to be anything before the midpoint of this month. We did, however, previously, we've known about this for a while, known that in January 18th, we're getting Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. That's the sequel.
Yeah.
Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Next up, January 25th, we're getting Go Mecha Ball, which I love the look of from the sizzle reels. So hopefully that'll be a good game. I might check it out. What we did learn today, I think it was today, is that leaving Game Pass on January 15th, we have 4 games going away. We have Persona 3 Portable. We have Persona 4 Golden. We have MotoGP 22. Those are all pretty big games. What we are losing that's playable, I think, is Garden Story. And Garden Story is a action adventure game. TA puts it at 15 to 20 hours. And it's kind of like a Zelda-like. I shouldn't say it's kind of like. It is a Zelda-like. I intend to play this all the way before the 15th. Garden Story.
Okay. And the Gamertag Challenge for January.
Yes.
Would you like to
So
tell us, Nate?
yeah, I'll tell it. In December of last year, which also known as 2 days ago, our gamer tag was EL Sock. The wild card game was any new achievement or previous completion in the Castlevania series. The bonus was Were You Raised in a Barn, picking up achievements with articles of clothing in the achievement title. We had a limit of 50, but man, we didn't need it. The bonus, how do I keep losing these? Because we had a short gamer tag, sometimes we like to add a bonus to give you more stuff to do, more chances to win. In this case, it was spelling LSOC again with different games. And that gave you 6 additional draws. We had 19 participants, 7 gamer tags were spelled. We had 5 pairs of socks completed. We had 2 wild cards used, and we had 10 bonuses entered. Our top 3 bonuses people for this cycle were Carpe Adam with 3, Chewy with 4, and Freem with 4. So that 50 was totally way above and way out there. And our winner, with the 1 sock, so 1 gamer tag spelled and 3 bonuses, is Carpe Adam. Congratulations. This month, January, our gamer tag challenge is for Westlander Joe. You may want to look at how that's spelled because there's a lot of vowels missing. Wild card game, any new achievement or previous completion in the Fallout series. And then the bonus is wasting away again and again. And that is for progressing further in roguelite games to earn bonus draws. And essentially, 1 bonus draw is earned for each achievement milestone met in a roguelite game. You get 1 draw for 1 achievement, 1 draw for 2 achievements, 1 draw for 4 achievements, 1 draw for 8 achievements. So the farther you go in, the more draws you get for that game. Max is 20 across however many games you want to use in the roguelite genre. Sounds confusing? Just go to the channel and tell me how horribly that was written, and everyone will have a laugh. It'll be a good time.
It was written horribly. And patron drawing? We can have Corey read this. He's been dying to read it.
It was Hurricane Dale.
Oh.
You told me to read it. Excuse me.
Gusto. You got to say, you have to say, stand back. There's a Hurricane Dale coming through.
And back, there's a Hurricane Dale coming through.
There
Congrats, Hurricane Dale. Thanks for being a patron.
There we go.
Or you could say, Hurricane Dale.
Nope.
The patron.
Winner has ever had their name said so many times.
And last but not least, we have Brad Camp. Take it away, Rocker Dude.
4 completions. We have Fluttery Chicken at 200 completed games. Luke 17,000 is at 250 games. Bastion Reader at 650 completed games. Septic Earl 700 completed games. And Lucas 1987 3,000 completed games.
In streaks, Quantum Gray 17, currently with 150 days. Dunkos with 300 days. Retro Chief 1969 with 1,100 days. Morbid 237 with 1,650 days. Enigma Gamer 77 with 1,850 days. days. Bastion Reader with currently 2,200 days. And then moving on to the annual win streaks or achievement win streaks, we have a Heizo with 1 year, Thrash Forever with 2 years, and Retro Chief 1969 celebrating his 3-year achievement win streak.
All right, we got in gamer score, we have Faustin Greed with 300,000 gamer score, RFC Ori with 400,000 gamer score, Toby Lynn with 500,000 gamer score, Stega with 500,000 gamer score, Xlax Jester with 600,000 gamer score, Philip Wendell also with 600,000 gamer score, Michael KV with 750,000 gamer score, R56 Cooper S11 with 800,000 gamer score, Chesno with 900,000 gamer score, Scarovese with 900,000 gamer score, Matriarch with 950,000 gamer score, and with the 1 million, we've got OZ Buffonetic. Congratulations on that. We've got Nutty Ray with 1.6 million gamer score, Thrash Forever with 2.8 million gamer score, and Lucas 1987 with 3.1 million gamer score. You still there, OZ? What'd you use for your million? If you're still there. He was there earlier.
We actually talked about this in the Brad Camp channel during all of this.
Okay.
believe it or not.
I haven't gone in there today. I don't think so.
And it's happened in the last half hour.
No, there you go.
He used Puzzle by Nikolai W. Kakuro, the achievement
Yeah.
First Steps. So I guess he's starting over because he got that on New Year's Eve.
Oh, it's okay. Gotcha.
And he's in Australia, so it's like the wrong New Year's Eve and stuff. So I think they're ready in 2025 over there, something like that. I forget how it works. I'll see. Bastion Reader is in #1 USA completed games leaderboard for shoot 'em ups, and number 10 in Gamerscore overall in shoot 'em ups on TA. Very nice. Chesno is in the top 200 of England completed games leaderboard for Roguelite. Fluttery Chicken is in the top 1,000 of England TA ratio leaderboard for competitive ratio. Icefire TN in the top 10 of max possible completion percentage leaderboard for Metroidvania. Luke 17,000 in the top 50 of TA difference leaderboard for strategy. Michael KV top 1,000 Europe Gamerscore leaderboard. Northern Last top 2,000 of the TA difference leaderboard. Seamus McLimey is second in the British Columbia TA leaderboard for hockey. Kronos in the top 10 of the TA difference leaderboard for card and board, and Z Drunken Monkeys top 200 of the TA difference leaderboard for shoot 'em ups. We had a couple of people tag me in the Brag Camp channel. Very nice. Arutarek with his yearly tag of me. He completed the game Football Manager 2024 Windows, and he was the 15th person to do so. And he is one of only 2 people to have the full series completion. And right before recording, we had Kingsman complete the game Ruin Arch. I guess it's Arch and not Arc. I don't know. He's the first gamer on TA to complete it. That is awesome. Usually the reviewers get those firsts, but he got it before anyone. And I asked him to tell me a little bit about it. He said, interesting premise where you expand your power by causing mischief and misery among the village folk through manipulation, torture, and various destructive schemes in a top-down, tile-styled sandbox experience. There's a PlayStation guide out there that's really good. There's a couple of vague achievements and one that's a real RNG pain in the butt. It's really a 2 to 3 hour completion at most if you use a guide, which again, you really only need for 3 to 4 completion, 3 or 4 achievements. So congratulations to all of our milestones, peoples, and Bragalicious Brags. Oh, Saucy says it's pronounced Arch. Thanks. Oh, yes. Nerdy Neo would like me to remind everyone that Year of the Vayner is continuing for year 3. January's game was drawn, and it is Monster Boy. So anybody who would like to participate, please join us in the Discord at #Vayners. And there's a post, I believe there's a pinned post where you can click on Neo's post and you can get on his spreadsheet. And after we're done talking, he'll probably have a video, an audio clip explaining the whole thing again anyway. So that's what he does every month. Mr. Neo. All right. Thank you for joining us on this first podcast of 2024. Anybody want to say anything? You're all been very quiet. Everyone's sleepy.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes, Al, we love you. Oh, thanks, guys.
You filthy animal.
He's pretending to be muted so he doesn't have to talk to me. Story of our lives. All right, stay tuned for some ducky races. We want to give out some monies, first of the year. And if you're listening to the audio broadcast, you could always go on YouTube and Twitch and watch the video recording as well as the ducky races so you can see who won. And if you're not able to stay up with us, you could always subscribe to us on Twitch and you'll be eligible to win. So you don't have to be there with us. So you can always get in the action if you didn't know that. All right. So thank you very much for joining us and class dismissed. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Later.
See ya.
Flawless.
Like a glove.
Yeah. Can you put that commercial back on?
No, I can't. Well, I'd have to go to a different window.
And
Yeah,
say like a virgin for the very first time.
I just realized that's going to be on the video.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what popped up because I was talking. It's
It
hard
looked
to
like
do
a
three
JC
things.
Penney ad.
Did it? Nice.
It was. It
Yeah, I'm
really
sure it was going on. Was it
okay.
going on for a while before I realized what was going on?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm
Long enough for
going to clip it.
Corey to
The thing is, okay,
be below the knees.
I didn't even see it at first, and
And then
And-
someone said, like, bring that back or something.
no, I saw
I
your
did.
message, and you're like, we may need
Yeah.
to pay for YouTube Pro, and I said, what? And I look over, and that's all I see.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, that was enough. Oh man,
And it broke you.
I'm
Yep.
sure Corey hit print screen about 10 times, like he always does.
nope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you guys want to get in on this ducky race, it's not too late. If you want to use your free Amazon Prime subscription, I think you'll still show up when I go to pool. Go pull the subscriber list. Excuse me. Oh, good. Have they changed things again?
Like, you killed me for like a good 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
I saw it again.
Found it.
I'm just gonna let everybody enjoy it. So
Yeah, that makes sense. I think they moved everything to here. Let's say they moved stuff, but let's see.
Should we do a fun prize for the first of the year?
What would be fun? What's fun?
Well, maybe I'll give away Dredge to some lucky winner.
Ooh.
you haven't even given it to yourself, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you just give it to yourself. You'll appreciate it more than these.
Oh, I know. It's on my list.
Peasants.
I've been watching it for a while.
All right,
Just thought it was something.
so see, Neo resubbed. Anyone else want to resub before I go pull this list? Go watch that video. Subscribers, download my subscriber list. All right, here we go.
It's just perfect timing too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let you guys see what I'm doing. Why not? Boom. And then I'm going to get rid of. I don't know. We might see some undies here too. Who knows?
we can only hope.
You're just trying to keep people staying.
Yeah, you're in there, Saucy. Maybe twice.
No, he shouldn't be in there twice unless he signed up with Decoy as well. You signed him with Decoy.
If not, you should.
I'm pretty sure Decoy's dead, and you are just you've just stolen his online persona. I think that's what's happened. All right, I think that's everybody. Yeah, I got you in there, Saucy. Okay. All right, call that. That's 14 people. And let's see. It's been a while since I've been the one running this.
There's a thing at the
14.
bottom. Use Duck Race full screen. Like bottom.
Lose my
That
names.
didn't really.
It
That
did.
didn't really help. Oh wait, is it in the top right? I can't read it. It's under the logo.
We'll see. I'll give it another shot here. All right, I think that's all of the age 101 people, except for the age 101, which of course is a do-over. Okay, we need to set a time. I don't believe in a minute long. That's crazy. All right, is this no? This looks horrible.
Hit top right. Does it say super full screen?
It does say super full screen.
Yeah, click that. There you go.
Okay, that's better. That's better. All right, and we're gonna go. And here we go. First time on the new system.
Ice Fire and Dask have the naked
Yeah,
luck.
we got Pitch,
That's
Surf
cool.
Biscuit, Mental Night. Why'd you guys pick those costumes? It's bad.
Oh, the pink's coming out of nowhere. Philip Wendell.
Comes the
What?
British Royal Guard.
What?
Oh no, and he went to bed
early,
just to see himself
And he-
win.
and he wins that. So was that? You'll have to remind me because I was not listening. Was that our regular ducky, and we're going to do another ducky? Is that what's happening?
If the patrons want it, I'll do it.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna do it. So we'll call that the live ducky. I have to reorganize this.
Nerdy wants you to do it for a minute.
For a minute. All right, we'll do it for a minute for the dredge. Let me just get this written down. That's Philip Wendell.
Who's entered into Dredge, I guess, is a question.
Be the same people that are here, right? Or
Yeah,
they're-
that's fine.
Yeah, I like the 30 seconds. I don't like a whole minute of that, but we can you get what you want here. We'll do a minute. We'll do 3 hours.
3 hours.
We'll do 3 hours. If a minute's good, 3 hours must be better. And we'll shuffle. We'll do a little shuffly.
That's what I was thinking, Saucy. I was thinking just doing undies for the winner.
A Me
All
Undies
right.
subscription.
There we go. You get 1 month of Me Undies. No, literally, my undies.
I'll teach everyone to do that.
I've ducky for dredge. All right. Ace out front. Ace, what a losing strategy that is, my friend. Gorbachev duck kind of hanging back.
AH has a good shot.
Oh my
Falling back
gosh.
and naked.
Umpel, haven't seen Ump in a while, and he is coming up.
Neo's a
He's hanging
clown.
back.
Oh,
They're
mental.
drafting.
Superintendent mental.
We're all kind of staying together. Oh, here we go. Who's doing the search?
Mike, pitch, you saucy minx.
Here, it's the red.
It's about 10
Nope.
seconds left. Someone's coming up now.
It's,
Mental.
It's Neo.
Don't
It's
spoil it.
Neo.
Oh,
Don't spoil it. Oh no.
oh boy.
No, no.
With the vampire.
Mental, what is this? You just
Rigged,
lost out on a free
rigged.
game. A good game. All right, now,
No.
Neo, you only get it if you promise to play it.
Yeah, that's fair. Just like me with Monster
Yeah,
Boy.
you can't play Monster Boy all month long.
At
Right.
least I know Neo likes water-based games.
Let's
Bug,
see where was Saucy.
this
Saucy
one
was
is
middle
on
of the pack.
sale for 18 and some change. I think it's still on sale.
It is. Got 4 hours left. I was just looking to make sure it's still on.
What kind of back alley street are you recording on, Wild West? That is some fantastic wall art.
You know, just
Oh,
going with the Star Wars vibe.
gotcha. Okay.
Does that say
Did not see
Food
the Stormtrooper.
Smiles?
We can get rid of that. Boom. All right. Well, this was kind of a success. We broke Rocker. I consider that a success.
Yep.
Well, now you know what to entice him to come back with in the future.
Oh man, we got to get you an ad blocker.
Yeah. Well, I went ahead and I paid for 1 month of YouTube Premium just to get rid of the undies. So that's my gift to everyone. And if we keep doing this, maybe we'll put that on the H101 account instead. I was just in a rush.
I think it makes it better. Never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it does, but then man, it's hard to do 3 things at once.
You're a dad. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. I am going to end the stream here. So we
Thanks,
will keep
everyone.
talking. Everyone come see us on the Discord if you want to keep talking. I'm sure we'll be up for at least 5 more minutes.